This week's Parashah Acharei and Kedoshim seem to be a collection of so many different halachas, different mitzvahs. There's something very, very striking. Acharei begins with the Kohen Gadol walking into the Holy of Holies. I don't think it's a simple thing. I mean, anyone else that walks in there, or the Kohen Gadol that is not worthy, does not survive. What went on there? I read the Gemara of Rabbi Yishmael Kohen Gadol. This was after the era of prophecy, long after the era of prophecy. Meets up with Hashem, who asks him, Barcheni, bless me. We're talking about people on a level that's difficult for us to imagine. And the very same parsha deals with base immorality. The Torah prohibits incest. Like, who are we talking to? Like, two totally different. I mean, one's an angel, and one's a devil. And it's not much different from Parashas Kedoshim. Kedoshim to you, you should be holy. And Chazal say, Yochel Kamoni, one would have thought you can be as holy as Hashem. No, the pasuk says, Kani Hashem Elokechem, I'm still holier than you are. And Parashas Kedoshim has similar mitzvahs. And lots of other stuff. All intertwined. Who's the Torah talking to? And that's the message. We are under the impression that there are these holy people. And then there's people that struggle with stuff that the holy people don't. And then there's the people that are all the way at the bottom. You got it all wrong. The Torah is talking to the same person. The Torah is talking to you and me. Life is about growth. It's not about these specially gifted people that are born, and then everybody else, or specially challenged people that are born, and then everybody else. We all have our challenges, we all have our issues, we all have to work hard. And we can all get all the way up there. Hashem created this thing called a human being who can struggle with the worst of issues and can pull himself together. And has to be told, 1 second, there's a limit. Hashem, you'll never be. Almost, but not quite. You know, there's something very difficult in Yeshiva where people are growing. Often we get so discouraged because we find ourselves dealing with issues we would love to be beyond. Or even if we are beyond, so we have other issues. But certainly have a hard time imagining ourselves ever arriving at some greater place. Because when you're up there, come on. I once spoke to someone who writes biographies, an Israeli who writes Hebrew biographies. So he told me he was commissioned to write the biography of a certain Admor. You know, a Hasidic Rebbe. He was no longer alive, so he went to interview his son, who is today's Admor. So this Admor tells him, drop your first chapter. You didn't even see it. He said this first chapter of every biography of great Jews is a lie. Yeah, you describe them as how holy they were as kids. He says, listen here, I'm an Admor. You know, I'm all the way up there. I lied, I stole, and I cheated like everybody else. Why are you discouraging all the kids? Why are you telling them that if you struggle with basic stuff, there's no hope? Are you kidding? That's what it's all about. We are human beings. We struggle with basic stuff, and we work hard. Takes a long time, but we can all arrive all the way up there. I don't know, no one ever wrote biographies of the Kohen Gadol. What were they like as kids? Who knows? A friend of mine was talking to one of the biggest Rosh Yeshiva of the previous generation. And he was talking about his kid and he had issues. So he says, listen, I was a wild animal. I didn't learn the alphabet till I was 6 years old. I didn't know Aleph Beis till I was 6 years old. I was too busy making trouble. I couldn't sit and focus. Don't be worried about your kid. Tell your kid I said so. And he wasn't lying. Life is about working through your struggles, and nothing's instant. And everything's a process, and everything takes time, and a lot of time. But don't ever be discouraged and don't give up on yourselves. It's the same parsha. It's the same audience. Hashem is speaking to the same people. Not two nations, one. We can struggle. We can struggle with stuff that's basic, and we can grow. No, not in a day. Not in a year. A lot of work. But we can do it. That is the greatness of the human being. We are human. The human being is made of an animal soul and a divine soul. That's our greatness. Yes, there's an animal in every one of us. And there's divinity in every one of us. And just because you keep encountering the animal, that doesn't in any way negate your potential as divine. Let's all work hard and grow and see how great we can really become.